Hey, family. How's everybody doing? It is Kim Love Jones here, certified relationship coach. And I am sending you out. I'm sharing right now. I apologize for being late tonight. I was so thoroughly just engaged in everything that I was doing. It's just, oh my God. I was just overwhelmed today. And so, but I could not let the evening go by without showing up here in this room. I am here. I am here. I am here. Yes. And tonight we just gonna rock it on out because because the room was so amazing last night, I did not even get to talk about what it was that I wanted to talk about last night in these TikTok streets. So I am sharing out the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the room. I am going to talk about the head versus the heart tonight. That's how it's got to go down. Oh my goodness. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, everybody. I am thoroughly, and I mean thoroughly, busy today. Oh, I'm looking for my thing to clean my good old eyeglasses. I need to clean my good eyeglasses. Hello, and welcome. My name is Kim Love Jones. I am a certified relationship coach. I have been a relationship coach for 15 years, and I literally help men and women heal so that they can get to the love that they deserve and desire. Y'all, I've had such a busy day. I'm usually on at 8:30 every night. I couldn't do it. I had about 3 people in my house that we were in here doing some stuff, shifting some stuff, moving some stuff around, doing all kinds of things. So I couldn't get on until just now. And I got on because I said that I would. I am keeping my word not only to you, but I'm keeping my word to myself. I'm honoring what I said that I want for my life, and I am showing up. And that is the first way to show up for yourself, is to honor what it is that you said you were going to do, because technically all you have is your word. That's all you have is your word, and that's the truth. I can't. Nika Grace, is that you? Yes, Nika Grace, there go my sis. I see you, baby. Hello. How are you? I see you, sis. I'm trying to get these glasses all the way together. No, there go the glasses. I was cleaning them. I got a violation one time for cleaning my glasses, and they shut me down for like 7 days. I couldn't believe it because I was cleaning my glasses. I mean, by the time I disputed it and got through, the whole week would pass, and they did remove the violation. But I got a violation for cleaning my glasses on screen. So I'm like, oh my God. But every time I turn on my ring light, I could see all of the smudges in my glasses. So I usually clean them around that time. But hey, welcome in. Yes, that is crazy. I was so upset. Like I had a private, like I brought everybody over to another platform and had a private situation going on because I was so very, very, very upset. It was just absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, y'all, welcome into the room. Welcome into the room. We gonna talk about it tonight. Tonight I'm gonna get through this head versus the heart business. And I want to start off with why feelings alone aren't enough in a relationship. I know a lot of people get caught up in their emotions and their feelings about how they feel about people. Well, the reality of the situation is feelings are not enough. The way that you feel is not enough in a relationship. Literally, there has got to be some things other than just the way that you feel. Right? Okay. Hey, Cheryl, I see you, baby. I see you coming up in the room. How are you? I am going to share this live out. Hi, Donovan. I see you. Welcome into the room. I see you. Yes, I am going to definitely, let me share this out some more because I'm not sure I reached all my peoples. I am not sure that I reached all my peoples. Y'all give me just 1 second because I'm sharing this live all the way out. I'm going to share it out. Welcome into the room. I cannot see you right now. So if and in fact you are in the room. I cannot see anything, so I cannot welcome you properly into the room. I am trying to, okay. It's like I gotta go down the line. It's a long list. It is a long list, y'all. Yeah, a lot of people feel like feelings are enough in relationships. They're not. They're not. I promise you they're not. One of the things that we have to be cognizant of is that we need more than our emotions to carry a relationship through. And in fact, we shouldn't rely on our feelings very much at all because somebody made us feel special, because somebody did a thing. You can't rely on that. You need more than that. You need peace in your life. You need love in your life. But you also, and love equals service. Love equals service. Love is what you do. It's really not an emotion. I know a lot of people tie love to emotion, but what's happening when we first get together and we first meet somebody and we believe that it is love, what it actually is a scientific biochemical reaction to somebody liking you. And a lot of people don't realize it. Like, oh no, but I'm in love. I'm in love. Love, that feeling right there, that biochemical reaction. Can I keep it real? Hey, Heart, I see you, baby. Hey, Black Girl Buffering, I see you. I love that name. You know I love that name, baby. You know I do. The biochemical reaction of somebody liking you is not love. People will naturally want to do things for you because they feel like, you're special. They like you and they think, oh, I want to be with that person. But that's not, hey, Greg, I see you, baby. Hey, Keisha, I see you. I see you coming on up in the room. But the reality is that's not enough. You need respect. You need honor. You need to be able to trust people, right? And so a lot of times we get caught up in our feelings and technically feelings alone are not enough. Like while your feelings are real, and a lot of times your feelings are valid, they're not always reliable. And I usually use the analogy of sometimes I feel like a nut and sometimes I don't. Thank you, Heart. Thank you for the daily heart me. I see you, Greg. You say, hey, friend. I see you. I see you, sweetie. But it's very, very important to be honest about what is really going on in your heart and in your head. Because there's always a battle going on. No, TJ, you not late, baby. I'm just getting on 9:30. I really had not a house full. I had about 3 people here helping me do some stuff. How you doing, baby? I see you, Coach TJ. I see you. I see you. Yes. And so it is very, very important that we would understand that while our feelings are valid, they're not enough because they're not reliable. Like sometimes people treat you good and you get this, you get high on this whole emotion and you know, oh my God, they like me and you like them back and you love who loves you and you like who likes you and you loving the fact that somebody is checking for you and people think that they have all of these options. But when you say, oh, I got all of these options, I got all of these people who are trying to holler at me, what is the quality of the people that are trying to holler at you? So let's just be clear because I felt like I needed to say that, right? But the reason why feelings alone are not enough is because you need stability. You need consistency. You need a person with integrity and good character. And you cannot get that. Hear me when I tell you, you cannot get that just by your feelings alone. Hey, Steelers, I see you. How are you? Hey, Diedrich, I see you. Hey, Bridget, I see you. Hi, Kellyanne. Thank you for the repost, baby. I see y'all coming up in here now. Listen, I got on here late. Thank you for the daily heart me. Thank you, Bridget. I see you, baby. Thank you. Right? Hey, D-Fit, I see you, baby. How are you? Kellyanne, how are you, gorgeous? I see you. Thank you, Diedrich. Thank you, baby, for the daily heart me. Your feelings will deceive you. Absolutely. It's not even difficult to do. Can I tell you how powerful y'all are? I want to just deviate just 1 second from this. Thank you, Coach TJ, for the daily heart me. I appreciate you, my love. Yes, thank you. You're loving your long hair. You go, girl. Right. I had to switch it up. You know how Black women are. Black women that have a whole. Hey, Doris, I see you. Can y'all welcome Doris into the room? Yeah, because next week we'll have braids. And next week it'll be short. Then we'll put in the boho braids. We'll do whatever it is we want. Like, because that's how fly. No, but still, it's for real. That's how fly we are. You know, and listen, wigs, weaves, what you need? We got it. Right? We become a whole different person based on our hair. We might be a little thugalicious, get those braids, you know what I'm saying? You know how we give it up? Black women are amazing. Can I just say we are. It just is what it is. But all women are amazing. I ain't gonna do that. All women are amazing. Hello. That's what we gonna do, because we all need the same strength to get out of, and while we don't have the same beginning, we usually end up coming to the same place. We need to find out who we are, brothers too, right? We need to find out who we are. We need to find out what we want and what we need. Hey, Tanya, I was late for the prayer call this morning. Oh my God, I was so tired on here last night messing with them in Dr. Yolanda's room. I'm not doing it. I'm going to bed tonight. When I get off of here, Kim is going to bed. I only got one thing to do I got a couple of things to do, but that's neither here nor there. I am here. I'm going to bed. I'm not playing. Hey, Fashawn, I see you, baby. How are you? How you doing? I hear you on that. Yeah, because that's a wrap. I'm not being up to 1 o'clock in the morning playing out in these TikTok streets. Like, I can't do it and function. Like, it just, I can't walk and chew bubble gum. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm not 20 anymore, so I'm going to stop playing with my own self. Do you step on spider? No, I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I'm amazing, baby. Tanya, thank you for sharing out the live, baby. Thank you for sharing out the live. I appreciate you for tapping. Everybody that's sharing, that's reposting, thank you. I need as much help as I can get, especially because I'm on here late, right? Everybody expects me to be on here at 8:30, and I just got on here at 9:32 or something like that, right? I had to close the house up so I can come in here and get with y'all, right? I want to talk about this because I feel like this is so very important. Like, and I'm going to say it again. We're still in the space of the battle between the head and the heart, right? So I'm just moving on to step 2. Thank you for shining for the daily heart, me, my love. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you so much. Our feelings are real, but they're not necessarily reliable. I already said that, but that's just to fill in the people who missed it, right? Attraction, butterflies, or chemistry can feel really intoxicating, but it can also blind us to the red flags. So we have to be careful about when we start feeling the butterflies and feeling really good and feeling like, oh my God, this person likes me. What's important? Hey, he said, I see you, baby. How you doing? Hey, Reese, I see you, sweetheart. How you doing? Y'all coming up in here now. It's about to go all the way down. Thank you, Reese, for the daily harmony. Thank you, baby. And the reason why I think that this is so important is because we lose our way, because simply there is a biochemical reaction that is going on inside of us when we meet someone who really likes us and is showing us some attention. Sometimes we lose our way, and this is for both men and women. So we cannot rely on our feelings as the basis for being in a relationship with someone. You need someone who has integrity. You need someone in your life who has good character, someone who is consistent, right? Someone who creates the perfect space for you to be able to talk intimately about the things that you feel, right? And so what a lot of people do is we get caught up in the emotion of the attraction because somebody likes you, and we forget that that's not enough. We stop looking at what we need to look at, and we miss a lot of red flags, right? So I wanted to go into this tonight because I feel like, and I say this all the time, it's not them. They are not the problem. What's the problem for us is us. And I'm not saying that you've done anything wrong. There's no shame. There is no guilt in this room. What this is about self-awareness. And we have to be self-aware about what we want and need for our own lives. And that's the truth. Thank you, Seti said. Thank you, Reese, for the pumpkin pie. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes. So relationships that lead to, like, it start out with butterflies and all of that, they kind of look, it's very exciting, but they lack stability. Relationships that begin like that and you don't see any stability there. In other words, if she is not consistently calling you, thank you, Tanya. Thank you, baby. Thank you for the pumpkin pie set. He said, if she doesn't return your calls, if she puts you on the back burner, if she's not showing up liking you as much as you like her, she's probably not the one for you. You do not have to do cartwheels and flips to get the attention of the woman that you really care about or the woman that you like. And here's the thing, to the men and the women, love who loves you. And I say that all the time, but I'm saying it again. Thank you, Reese. Thank you for my pumpkin pie, baby. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Love who loves you. Because the reality of the situation is that the person, because, people think they got a lot of options. And there's nothing wrong with that. It depends on your personality. You may very well have a lot of options. But most of the time, they're not options that are in alignment with you. They're people who like you because they like your physique, right? They like how you build. They might even like your personality, but they're not willing to invest in you. They're not willing to take it past that. So are they real, true options for you? Right? If somebody they can take you out to dinner and spend money on you, but they're not consistent. Thank you, Patty Cakes. I see you for the popular votes. Thank you, baby. I see you. Thank you. But they can't be consistent. Like, you're dating a woman, and I'm going to use men a lot tonight because I feel like I always talk about it from the reverse. You're dating a woman, right? And the woman seems nice enough. She's cool. She's busy because she works every day. She might be taking care of her children or her grandchildren. The demographics in my room is anywhere from 45 to 65. That's what they tell me, right? So the demographics in this room suggest to me that we somewhere all in the same age range. We've been through some stuff at this particular juncture in our lives, right? So I'm talking about it from the perspective of the woman not being consistently showing up for the man, not opening up and letting the man come into her life. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it is equally as important for the woman to like the man as it is to show interest in him. She may not be in love with him at this particular juncture, but she needs to be showing you interest. And if she is not showing you the proper amount of interest, you need to go ahead on and do your thing, how you do your thing. Because next up, and I'm going to flip that on its head and say the same thing to my sisters. Because we waste a lot of our time entertaining people that are not for us. And I know there are some people, because you're beautiful, because you're handsome, that you can pull a couple, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 women. I don't know. Right? But in today's social economy, right, we need to be clear. Hold on a second. Tanya, why is it muting out speaking facts? I don't even understand that. I don't. I don't understand it. But the reason why this is so important, I promise I will not lose no sleep. I know, oh God, I know how to move without explanation. Absolutely. We all should. We all should. Men and women. Because I know everybody is tired of going through the same things over and over again. And you can't figure out, like, why do I keep meeting the same type of person, right? Women or men who are not in alignment with us. And can I be honest with y'all? I said this last night, I'm going to say it again. Even moths are drawn to a flame. They're drawn to the light in you, right? Who you entertain is the issue. It's not that different people are not going to come into your life and think you're cute, nice, honest, friendly, whatever they say to you, dress nice, whatever, and start talking to you and become attracted to you because of what you're doing, right? Even moths are attracted to light. I need y'all to hear me. So don't get it twisted. It's not about who is attracted to the light. It's about who you entertain. Hey, Essence, I see you, baby. How are you? And if you're entertaining people that are not in alignment with you, then that's an issue. Because that's something you need to question within yourself. If you're married and you got married to somebody who doesn't have the capacity to love you, pray. But I'm talking about the initial stages and the intoxication of meeting somebody and having somebody really like you. And if the person is not showing you back that they like you, tell them to kick rocks. You don't got to tell them that. I'm kidding. But I'm not kidding. You know what I'm saying? And move on and move forward. You say, a bad man says, good man says, I say dump her. When you invest in emotionally unavailable people, you're going to lose every time. Move on. Hey, S. Barlow, I haven't seen you in a room in a long time. How are you? I see you. How you doing? And welcome back. Because I really have not seen you in a room in a long time. Yes. Yes. Hey, Blue Sunshine. Y'all love on Blue Sunshine and welcome her into the room. Welcome her into the family. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Blue Sunshine, it is good to see you, baby, and thank you for coming in this room. Yes. Y'all welcome her in the room the way that we do. Hey, I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Yes. Yeah, it's easy peasy, good man. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But the reason why all of this is so important is because you can't get caught up in your feelings. So what, you like them? Are they consistent? So what? So what? She's gorgeous. Is she reliable? Can you trust her? So what? She got a banging body. What you gonna do with that if she not standing 10 toes down with you? If she's waiting for you to hit her with the 6 figures. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she don't like you unless she see how much money you got in your wallet. Either you like me or you don't. Exactly, said he said, and I don't know why I just muted out your comment. Exactly. Gorgeous doesn't have anything to do with character. But you know how a lot of brothers are. Brothers really do like a woman who looks good and will look good on his arm, and sometimes get so caught up, like, I got it, I'm gonna take care of everything, and start leading with the wrong things. With their money, you know, guys be like, oh yeah, you can't tell these women are gold diggers, right? And that'd be the conversation when I ask them questions, right? You know, these women out here are gold diggers, and then they say to me, yeah, you know, my house is this, that, and the other, and my car, I drive a Beamer, you know, whatever. I'm going back to online dating stuff. But why are you telling somebody all of that? Don't tell nobody what you got. It's not even important what you have. Get to know who they are. Right? And women be like, ooh, he got a beam. But not all women, because some women don't care. Right? But that's not the point. The point is, stop leading with that. Because what you want to do is you want to show up as your full authentic self, and it doesn't have anything to do with what you have. Do you dress nice? Are you clean? Do you smell good? What's your personality like? Some dudes, and I promise y'all I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all know I'm equal opportunity over here. Some dudes are meaner than a rattlesnake, and they butt hurt. And every time they meet somebody who they could potentially be with, who can make a good wife, they run her away because of their attitudes. Women do it too. But I've seen a lot of men. They like the Instagram models, right? And not necessarily, they'll tell you that they don't, but they'll like her picture, right? Oh, yeah, because tapping is clapping, y'all. Tapping is clapping. Y'all making me tap my own screen. Y'all know that's something else when I got to tap my own screen. You know, I got to tap it. Come on here. Come on. Listen, I'm going to reset my goal So y'all drop some hot hearts in the chat while I do this real quick. It's something they want me to do something for. Oh, it's the pumpkin latte. I'm doing these challenges. You know how TikTok has the challenges? And I'm doing the challenges and everything because it's October. It's a pumpkin latte, a pumpkin pie, or something. Hi, Bella April. I see you, baby. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm excited. I am so excited. Yes. Okay, y'all. I'm back. So that's what we're doing. But can I tell you, if you want your relationship to work, don't rely on how a person makes you feel, especially in the beginning. That is not what's going to carry the relationship. The way that you feel is fleeting. That's why I'm not stuck on happiness. You know how people go, I'm so happy. We at 10K. Let's go, y'all. Okay, wait a minute. Y'all want the Kimmy Shimmy? Let's go. I can't even do the Kimmy Shimmy tonight. My back is crying. It is doing, I forgot to put on my do not disturb. Y'all, hold on a minute. Hold on. I had to put it on. Yes. Right? Yeah, your happiness is definitely fleeting. And why are they muting your comments? TikTok is on some wonky stuff because all you said was definitely fleeting and they blocking it. Like they muting out your comment from that. That's ridiculous. I'm going to have to go and see if I could check my settings around that because that doesn't make any sense, right? We don't want to be stuck on, they make me feel happy, because happiness, again, is fleeting. We want to have the mindset that we need consistency. We need chemistry and compatibility. There are other things that you need if you're going to be in a healthy relationship, and it cannot be that. Right? Thank you, Reese. Thank you for pumpkin latte. Thank you. And my gift gallery, yes. So let's talk about learning to align your head and your heart. Let's talk about that. Happiness has no conscience, I can never say that word, or feeling. That's right. I agree with that. So healing isn't about silencing your heart, right? It's about teaching your heart to work with your wisdom. It's about aligning your thoughts, your words, and your deeds that lend themselves to your healing. And so we have to be mindful, right? That alignment means honoring your emotions, but letting wisdom guide the final decision. That's really what it's all about. And when I think about that, I think about the fact that I cannot let my emotions rule the decisions and the choices that I'm going to make. So every time I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or even feeling like I want to cry, I'm like, well, why are you crying, Kim? Is that going to solve anything? So I talk myself off a ledge. Even when I'm missing my mom, I try to sometimes intellectualize my grief, right? I try to, pull it back, right? Sometimes I can't. But most of the times I say to myself, Kim, your mother wouldn't want you crying. Mommy wouldn't want you crying, however I frame it. She wants you to stand up. Get yourself together. Right? So I have to talk myself off the ledge because hey, dear Mo, I see you, baby. I don't know. I see you, baby. But sometimes you have to talk yourself off of these ledges because they don't serve you. So we can't get caught up in our feelings. We have to be caught up in what is in alignment with the truth about who we are, what we want, and what we need. You have to use wisdom. If we're not using wisdom, we're not doing anything. We're going to keep running the ground over and over and over again. Here's a practical tool. Here are some practical tools. Pause before pursuing. Give space before reacting to strong feelings. So what that looks like is, instead of me responding to something in a knee-jerk kind of way, like you say something and I clap back, I'm gonna pause. What I'm doing is I'm sitting with how I feel, and that's the beginning stages to operating with emotional intelligence, that you don't have to react to everything everybody says to you. You don't have to engage because somebody said something to you that you did not like. You do not have to keep going into battle because people are peopling. You really do get to share and do things in a different way. So if you pause before clapping back, if you pause before you react or respond to what is going on, if you just sit with it for a minute, it'll help you to get yourself back into alignment, like I have to do when it comes down to my grief. Because I'm still there, y'all, and my mom, it's been 6 years. And I don't cry like I used to, but I promise you, I still cry. And it be days I will bust out, and it's over. Right now, I gotta go lay down, take a nap. Seriously. Instead of responding or reacting, what we're going to do is we're going to ask better questions. The reason why this is important is because you got to ask questions of yourself. Does this relationship bring me peace or confusion? Does this person bring me peace or confusion? If it's somebody that you really like, you have to ask yourself this question, because what we're doing is we're taking a step back and we're analyzing what it is that's going on. Okay, we at 15K, y'all. I'm going to shake a shoulder for y'all. I'm shaking a shoulder. I'm shaking a shoulder, y'all. But y'all get what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing. We are stepping back. We are observing. What are we feeling and why are we feeling it? Then we want to check to see if we're in alignment with that person for real, for real. What's really going on? What's really happening? How do you feel? Right? Because if you're overly emotional and you got the butterflies, you're thinking this is it. I hit the jackpot. No, you got the booby pride. Don't do that. I'm just telling you, hey, Leland, how are you? How are you, Leland? Wait a minute. Said, of course, it is muting a comment. If the peace turns into chaos, no need to move forward. Absolutely. If you notice it at first, it'll feel like butterfly. Y'all know how it is when you first meet a person and you think that this person is potentially your person. Like, sometimes we really, really get caught up and we be like, oh my God, and we start dismissing stuff. It may not be a flat out red flag, but it's a yellow flag. And it's saying, slow down, whoa, whoa, whoa. You need more information. Something just triggered you. What triggered you? What's making you feel like I need to back up a little bit, right? What's making you feel like that? What's really happening, right? It's important for you to analyze this in real time and sometimes in the moment, because things be popping off. And that's why, okay, so can I take a step back? That's why I keep telling people, men and women, stop trying to go out on these fancy dates. And I really mean this, to eat these $100, $150, $200 meals, right? First of all, the economy is crazy right now, but that's number one. But number two, if you really want to get to know somebody, and I'm saying it again, I've been saying it since last week, listen, take them out for a cup of coffee. I'm so serious. Don't put too much stock in. Don't get distracted by the fact that you just went to this fly restaurant or they pulled up in this Maserati or this Porsche. Don't get caught up in that. right? Because the reality is a cup of coffee is going to tell you what you need to see right then. Be honest with yourself about those red flags. Absolutely, Bridget. Absolutely. Like, and I say this because men keep thinking they got the short end of the stick because she didn't like you. Like, she went out with you and she ate all of that good food. And you probably were gracious and said, oh, you gotta, I'll get something for your mom because you really liking her. Because, like, she didn't ask you, but you offered because, she hanging out and she takes care of her elderly mom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll get something for your mom. You really feeling her. Pay attention. If you go out and get a cup of coffee and a Danish, I'm telling you, and really talk to the person who is across the table from you, right? I don't care how much chemistry, I don't care how you feel about them. You're like, oh my God, I just love their personality, da 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 da. That's second date behavior. If you really feeling like that, now, right, nothing good comes from desperation. Nothing. Absolutely nothing good comes from desperation. Nothing. And the only reason why I'm saying this, I'm not saying that a man should not properly date you. I'm saying for a woman, you need to just hear him without any distractions. You need clarity too. And it's not about him being cheap. It's about you hearing what he's telling you on the first date and hello, D, I see you, baby. About you being consciously aware of what is going on without all of the highfalutin distractions. I'm trying to save everybody a whole bunch of time and keep some money in my brother's pockets. You need to save that money up for your engagement ring for your wife. If she ain't it, $10, $15, cup of coffee, depends on where you go. I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever. It could be a breakfast situation or a brunch situation where, but you don't have to go crazy over this. It is bad that I feel more comfortable if I sit beside of them instead of across the table from. Is it bad? No, why would that be bad? Well, sit wherever you want to sit. If you really like them. Somebody told me a story last night. I'm not kidding. I heard it in Dr. Yolanda's room where this woman went out on a date and the guy said, "You so beautiful. Can I hug you?" And she said, "Yeah." And they hugged and he put her in a headlock. Okay. I'm just going to sit that right there. I don't know if I want to sit beside anybody. I'm not trying to be funny. Right. Shorty said, oh, no. Right. Yes. Right. Right. And I'm just saying, you better know him really well at that juncture. Good evening, Butterman. I see you. How are you? Y'all welcome Butterman into the room. Let's go. Yes, that is crazy. It's absolutely bananas, right? And I don't know, like that just seems really extra crazy to me. But I'm just saying, a headlock right. He asked her for a hug. He told her she was beautiful. He said, "You so beautiful." He said, "Can I have a hug?" And she said, "Yeah." And he put her in a headlock. Now, maybe she was joking. I don't know. But I heard the story. Everybody who heard the story said that is the most ridiculous thing. Thank you, Shorty, for the daily heart me. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Like, I'm not saying be afraid, but I'm saying keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention to everything. Try to be, don't be afraid, but pay attention. And I don't know why he would do such a thing. But Seth was there. Seth heard the story. It was absolutely bananas. I was like, wait a minute. What is really happening here? What is really happening here? That is wild. It is wild. And all I'm saying is keep your head on a swivel. Always be checking. Thank you, Shorty, for the pumpkin latte. Thank you. Use precaution. Eyes and ears open. Yes. Yes. Because now imagine this guy is, I don't know how tall or how big. I wasn't there. I just heard the story secondhand. But speak it, my eyes be right, paying attention, right? So I'm only saying this because if you that comfortable, just know who you dealing with. That's it. That's it. You know, because there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not trying to make people be afraid, because I'm trying to help people have healthy relationships. But I also realize that, you know, we have to do our due diligence, no matter who it is. If it is the man versus the woman, it doesn't matter. Do your due diligence. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Right? Yes. Thank you, Butterman, for the follow. Right? Because all guys don't act like that. Just some you just don't know. So I went today. I was so hungry and I was busy all day. I ran to the Chinese restaurant. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go get me some wonton soup. So I go to the Chinese restaurant, and there's this guy in the Chinese restaurant that said he was riding down the street on his bike. Just riding. I went and picked up some dog food, ran to the bank, you know, running his little errands, and he was on his bike. And he tells me that as he's waiting at the light, this guy just cold cocks him. Busted his whole face open, and the guy was in a hoodie and everything. Now, I live next to the Jews, where I live in Long Island. Very nice. Everybody chilling. Ain't nobody bothering nobody. Right? It's hardly, not that stuff don't go down, because it does, you know, but nothing like that. And I felt so bad for the guy. I was like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And he said, yeah, I was standing there and I just was bleeding, and I called the police, and the police asked me, did you say anything to him? I said, absolutely nothing. He said he had on a hoodie. He was explaining to police. He said, I couldn't even see the guy's face. And they were trying to get the cameras and stuff, you know, because every place got cameras, right? And they could only see the back of the guy, not the front. But they saw the guy hit him, but they still couldn't make out who he was because of where the cameras were situated. Just riding his bike down the street. No reason. The guy ain't do nothing to him. You know? So I'm not saying, and this can happen to anybody, to men, to women. That's all I'm saying. Keep your head on a swivel, baby. No matter where you are. And I live in a nice area in the burbs in Long Island. And where he told me this incident happened, the police precinct is right. Like, they got a little, like, small little precinct, like, you know, like a satellite little office or something, like across the street from there. So hear me when I tell you, keep your head on a swivel. And that was a man. Right? He said he didn't even understand because he didn't say anything to the guy. Thank you, Nika Grace. Thank you for the daily heart me. I love you, sis. That's my boo. Don't be fearful, but be cautious. Absolutely. That's my point. That's my point. And if one man could do it to another man, no words exchanged. Like, and it just, no. No. So I'm only saying what I'm saying to you just so you will be cautious. So we're not getting caught up. Hey, Melinda, I see you, baby. We're not getting caught up in something because somebody says they like us. That's not enough. You start having, oh, look at Melinda. Melinda comes in the room sharing out the live. Melinda, thank you, my love. Thank you, baby, for always sharing and doing what you do. I appreciate you. Okay, wait a minute. Angie, you said, how do you feel about online? I happen to like online dating. I happen to think it's a dope way to meet people. And it's a really, really good way to weed through and to meet people who are legitimately beautiful people. Because everybody online is not doing online dating, is not off the hook. Right? everybody on there, if you're on there and you know that you're okay, then there are other people. Oh, I don't know. That part I do not know. That part I do not know. But I don't see anything wrong. And you know why I don't have a problem with online dating? Hey, Rochelle, I see you, baby. How are you? Good evening, Melinda. Good evening, baby. I see you. Listen, the reason why I don't have a problem with online dating is because there's a vetting process on the phone. Once you move from inbox to telephone, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Because now you're listening. And you're listening to see if that person is your person. Now, because it's online dating, instead of talking to two or three guys, you might be talking to 20 guys. And out of the 20 guys, you might only find one guy, right, out of all of them that knows how to speak wonderful to a woman, right, who knows how to treat you like the lady that you are. But it's wonderful because you could block. You can get you a Google Voice phone number. You don't have to give them your real number, your actual number. It can ring to your phone. You can text, right? You can see how they react and respond to the things that you say. But more importantly, you can listen to what they say and cultivate that, right? So this is why it's important. Like, I think that dating online is better than meeting people in person for at least the first 2 to 3 weeks. And it opens up how many, like, where they live. Like, it doesn't have to be anybody in your immediate area. You can meet somebody that's an hour away from you that doesn't know you, that doesn't know your family, that's new to the area, that's new to online dating. Like, you do not in any way. Thank you, Melinda, for the pumpkin lattes, baby. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Yolanda, I see you, baby. How are you, my love? I see you, sis. Right? I said I was going to give myself 2 weeks to try it out. Give yourself more than 2 weeks. All it is a process of elimination. It's a numbers game. You know how men, be like, oh, I'm going to see how many numbers I could get tonight? Like, it's a numbers game. You don't have to end up talking to everybody or giving everybody your phone number. But I happen to like online dating. I will not, for me, long distance is a no bueno. It's not happening. Okay, wait a minute. Keisha says online dating is tricky, Kim. It's easy to be catfish. Must really be careful. Absolutely. 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 There's a lot of things. If somebody, you talking, one of my friends got a little jacked up with this guy who was way overseas, and he says, oh, he would call her every day, he would pray for her every day, she told her pastor and a family about him. Turns out one day he messed up because she really thought that this was something special, and turns out he asked her for money. Well, I don't get my check until that's a no. Right? Hey, fam, I see you, baby. Come flying in here. And then you reach level 11, okay? I see you, baby. Overseas and military is a yes. Yes. So, but somebody could be right here in the States and do that. That's why I'm telling you, if I tell my brothers, if I tell my sisters, if I don't tell y'all anything else ever again for whatever reason, listen to me and hear me clear. Learn the art of listening. Because people really do tell you who they are. And you have to, and I know that there are people who are very cunning. I know women who are cunning just as well as men. They are very cunning. I've heard horror stories. This is not what this is about. This is about people really are messed up out here. And one of the things that you have to do is do your due diligence. You have to. You have to learn the skill of listening to what people are saying to you and what they are not saying to you. When I first started relationship coaching, there's a lot of things that I wouldn't say in an open forum. You know why? A friend's mom was ripped off like that from a man overseas. Right. Oh, but he prayed for me every day. You know, one of my friend's mothers years ago, and she was like in her 80s or something. This man started calling her phone. She started going and getting money orders in the bank. Like, wait a minute. And the bank, was like, you can't. So then they told her son. And then, everybody was on it, Right. Right. And so it could be crazy. It could be absolutely crazy. Wait a minute. You hear what I'm saying? You must vet if you're doing online dating. Absolutely. And vet them for real, for real. Like, and I mean this by saying, and I want to be clear, like checking their personality. How do they respond and react to things? How are they at work with their coworkers? Listen for things that people tell you. Just in casual conversation, who they are, what they're doing, all of the things. You have to pay attention. Y'all remember the girl Risa Tisa? I was trying to think of her the other day. I couldn't think of her name to save my life. Listen, she got duped, and the guy was right from her town. Right? He was right from her town. And I mean, that was the most incredible story. That's what made me get out in these TikTok streets. That's when I started saying, wait, what? And then, and I could not watch all 500 episodes, whatever it was that she did. I got the Cliff Notes, right? Because I was like, oh, I ain't finna do this. But it was so interesting. He's like, oh, I'm going to buy you a house. Right. Y'all remember that? Yes. It was absolutely nuts. And because it was during COVID, she's like, oh, my God. But there are people who went through stuff like this, and it wasn't no COVID. Men who pretended to be doctors, nurses, whatever, affluent people, and they wasn't any of that. You watched every last one, D? But that's why I got on TikTok. Because of Risa Tisa. Because before that, I wasn't on here. I think I might have had a page, but I really wasn't in these streets. Right? He was acting like he was talking to people. Wasn't that crazy? That was, my brother said hi. That was absolutely nuts. I'm telling you. He was like he was talking to people on the phone, right? Do they return phone calls or messages? Are they responsible and reflect? Right. Their faith walk. Right. The math gotta be mathing. Right. But in Risa Tisa's case, I was like, okay, so let me, in all fairness, because I'm not even trying to be funny, right? I'm not trying to be funny. All of us, I think, under the right set of circumstances, can be duped. And I'm not, so no shade to Risa Tisa. Because people be coming into your life, whether they friends, homeboys, homegirls, people you've known, you knew they was a little shady, but they look like they changed. You trying to help them. You just don't be knowing. Risa Tisa, right? Well, she made it a big thing, but do you know how many people that has happened to? Right? Like, for real, legitimately. And I'm not saying that so our antennas wouldn't go up, but the other part of that is this. Do we look past the red flags? Hold on. What would happen if I was a young... What? Yeah, okay, we ain't doing that. There were so many red flags she didn't pay attention to until later. Yes, because initially it's like, oh my God, he fixed my tire. Because that's what she thought made him so special and so wonderful. She was like, oh my God, and he made sure I was good. Right. But there are a lot of people who move at that speed. There are some people who've been married now for 30 years. They met each other on one date. Got married, never left each other's side from that day. Somebody was telling me about a couple. Who did that. Or did I see that on Black Love or something? I think it might have been on, I don't know. I forget. Because I hear so many stories. But people, you meet them and you like, no, that's my person. And they never, and she went to his house or he came to her house and they never parted, got married within like 6 months and living still 30 years later. So you just don't know. You just have to know what you want. You have to know what it looks like. And when it comes, right, you're ready to do it. Right? There are always signs, red flags and warnings. Date with wisdom and discernment. Absolutely. Absolutely, S. Barlow. Absolutely. She definitely moved extremely fast. Right. That's true. I know quite a few people. Right, fam, you right. So people be thinking it's crazy. Oh my God, you could meet somebody in 3 weeks. Yeah. And they be married 25, 30 years later and don't have no issues. No major issues. They love each other. They respect one another. They are it for each other. And so many people think that that's not possible either, but it is. You just have to do the best you can to do your due diligence. Because I promise you, I'm a relationship coach. And I promise, I don't think that I could be, I'm undupable. I'm going to tell you that. And it's not because I don't have clarity. I'm out here in these TikTok streets, and I tell people a lot of things. People learning about me every day. They learning how I think. They watching. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even have to come in the room to be watching. I need y'all to hear me. They don't even have to come in the room to be watching in these TikTok streets. And they learn it, and they learn it, and then they trying to holler. So they're like, oh, Kim, can I set up an appointment? Because they ain't got no problem setting up no appointment with me. You know what I mean? But people begin to know how you think, and they be like, oh, I really like her. Don't think you can't be duped, is all I'm saying. Right. But you know what, Tiff? Listen. Some of us are on guard, and our fences are erected 18 feet, 20 feet tall, and we're not going to meet anybody like that. You have to, at some point, be open, but you also have to do your due diligence, and I really mean that. Like, we don't know. We don't know one way or the other. You don't, like, all of us, and I believe men too, because men get duped too, all the time. Men get catfished, or they think that the woman is one way, and then they find out, oh my God, she's a horror, right? A whole horror, right? So what do you do what do you do in that case, right? But do your due diligence, do your work, vet them, find out as much as you can, right? Everybody don't need to know where you live at. They don't need to know your address. Y'all, I'm gonna do the goal. And I need y'all to put some red hearts in the chat for me. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Favor Minded. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Nika Grace. Thank you, It's Me Shorty. I see you. Thank y'all for contributing to my pumpkin latte. Because I am in a challenge and it wants me to do the pumpkin latte or what's the other thing? Or the pumpkin pie. Yes. Let me do this. Yes, I'm doing a confirmation on a good pumpkin pie. Hold on, y'all. Yes. What shade is what? My lipstick is like a gold. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, FAMU. Thank you, Dr. Yolanda. Thank you, Cher. Blessing and peace. Hey, sultry Nana. How are you, baby? How you doing? Thank you for the pumpkin pie. Thank you. Y'all are so amazing, right? And this is why we have to be consciously aware of the battle that is going on in our heads and in our hearts when we find somebody that likes us, right? That is really seemingly interested in us, that is really seemingly leaning in, that wants to be in a relationship with us, and we like them a lot, so we want to be in a relationship with them. We want it to work, and sometimes when we want it to work, we overlook whether or not that person is aligned or in alignment with our values. You know, do they reflect them? Like, what are their core values, right? Hey, lovely Jay, I see you, baby. How you doing? Yes, I hope you have a wonderful week as well, Sultry Nana. A great week, right? Yes. So let's, like, be mindful, like, real talk. Let's be mindful that if whether or not, thank you, Keisha. Thank you, baby. That's your first gift ever. The autumn love. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sultry Nana. Thank you. Yes, I am amazing. I'm tired, y'all. I really am. I'm going to be honest. I'm really, really tired. But I promised that I would get on, and so I did. And so one of the things that I'm working on in every area of my life is doing what I said I was going to do. Because it's not just about y'all. I'm honoring myself. Thank you, Essence, for lighting up my rose in the gift gallery. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Lovely, for the follow. Lovely, you've been in the room before. No, are you new in the room? Yes, welcome. Yes. So the reason why this is so very important is because we got to stop allowing ourselves to be in the company of people who do not reflect our values. Right? People who are not... Ooh. Okay, that's a scary looking pumpkin. Thank you, baby. Right? We have to be consciously aware of what we're doing. Right? Hey, Forever, I see you. Keisha, thank you for the pumpkin pie, baby. I'm about to level up. I know that's right. I see you. Keisha, thank you for the pumpkin pie, baby. I'm about to level up. I know that's right, Sultry. I know that's right. Hold on. Why is it blocking? Yes, I see you, Forever. I see you, sis. Hey, girl, hey. I see you. I see you. You have to think of your mind as the captain and your heart as the sails. Without the sails, the ship doesn't move. But without the captain steering, the ship crashes. You need both working together. You need alignment. You need peace, right? Not confusion at all. And give yourself space before reacting to whether or not this person is really your person. Thank you, Keisha, for the autumn love, baby. Just give yourself space to sit with it. And don't get caught up in your feelings. It's just the facts. That's what this is all about. It's about the facts, not the feelings. Right? That's what's important. So let me give y'all a journal prompt. I was duped enough in my younger days to spot things easily. Yeah, because you learn. You know what, Essence? That's what it was all about anyway. Now you're armed and you're dangerous. Now you're armed and dangerous. You understand? Because you're not starting from not knowing anything. When you move into your next relationship, you're starting from the wisdom that you have gotten along the way on your journey. You stop entertaining what does not honor you. Like most people do. They will stop entertaining what does not honor them. Like when you get to a certain space and place in your life, you're like, wait. I don't want this for my life. You cute. And I like you. But I see how you give it up. I see how you move. You don't even have to say all of that, but be aware. And whether or not that's in alignment with what you want for your life, only you know that. So when people tell me that they keep me, oh, I met this person and they was crazy, or I met this person and they was this and they was that, I'm like, baby, you won't entertain what's not in alignment for you. And I really mean that. Thank you for the crystal rose. That's so beautiful. Thank you, Sultry Nana. I see you, baby. Thank you. Right? You won't find any of that attractive when you are in alignment with you. You won't waste your time. And thank you, Lord, that you learned a lot of things. Now sometimes we have to go back and process and write out the lessons so that we'll be even more armed. If it look like a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, and all of that, it's probably a duck. That's for men and women. If it look like a duck, walk like a duck, and talk like a duck, it more than likely is a duck. Because you done seen a duck quite a few times. And you want more and you want better for your life. Hi, Stephen. I see you coming up in here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Right? I see you. I see you. And I'm not, and once you know a thing, you can't go back to not knowing. And if you stay in that headspace and you continue to do the things that you're doing, then the onus is not on anybody else. The onus is on you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, that girl, Lolo. I see you, baby. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey, Exquisite. I see you, sis. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Right? But stop playing. Like, nobody can do anything to you unless you are in agreement with what it is that they're doing. Now, I'm not saying, I'm talking about in terms of being in a relationship with you. You have to be in agreement. You have to say yes. Thank you, Sultry Nana. Oh, I'm sorry you gotta go, my love. I hope to see you come back in again. Yes, Sultry Nana came in the room. Let's go. Right? But you can't pretend that you don't see what you see. And can I say this? Let me say this. I think I feel the need to say it. Women think, and this is a good thing, women really believe that, okay, wait, let me reframe. That's thank you, Sultry Nana. Listen, let me just reframe. Let me reframe this. Women are not the only ones to get caught up when you become involved with people mentally, emotionally, and physically. Men do too. It just renders differently. And it affects who you are, which is why they talk about soul ties. Right? So we have to, thank you, Miss Dana. Thank you for the follow, baby. Okay, unapologetically joined from a repost. Okay. Right? Men are equally as affected by the behavior of the partner, the person. I see you unapologetically, Stacy, baby. I see you. Thank you for the follow, G Silly. I see you. Welcome. But do y'all get what I'm saying? So sometimes men think it doesn't bother them or affect them mentally, emotionally, and spiritually by doing all the things, by getting tied to and connected to the woman. But it does. It definitely affects you. It affects how you show up. It affects what you do, how you gonna love that person. Thank you for the follow, baby. I see you. Thank you. It affects everything, right? And the way that you even see women. But ladies, every time you act like you don't see what you see, and you get in, and it doesn't work out in your favor, it changes the way that you see men. It affects even who you attract into your life, because now your thoughts are centered around your pain. They're not centered around abundance. They're not centered around love, service. And most of the reason why you don't love is because, like you don't want to love again. You don't want to serve anybody ever again. Is because you've been so severely hurt by the very people that you were called to love. And it works vice versa. I've had brothers who I've spoken to who have been in relationship with married women, and he watched married women's behavior, and he cannot find a good woman to save his life. And he'll say something to me like, "Oh, Kim, these women out here ain't blah, blah, blah." I said, "Oh, so the hell that you built or you didn't care about before is the hell that you built for yourself. Because you didn't think it was anything for you to be doing the things that you was doing with somebody else's wife, but it affected you. It affected the way that you see women. And sometimes you think that it won't, but it does. And if we can be and if we can be honest, men don't really realize that the reason why things work out the way that they do in their lives, good or bad, is rooted around what they feel about women. I always tell men that women will 10x your life. But if you can't see past her, if you don't love her, if you don't have the capacity to love her because of things that you've done in your past, because of the relationships that you had that you didn't think were anything, right? Anytime there is an exchange of fluids, it affects everybody. Period. Period. Y'all understand? And we might think it's not a big deal. Men and women. Oh, it's okay if I do X, Y. Oh, okay. Okay. And the reason why this is so important, and I really mean this, is because you have to pay attention to what you're allowing into your life. And once you know a thing, you can't go back and say, I don't know it. And I'm letting you know so that you will know. Yes, it does. As receivers, it affects women more. Yes. But it still affects men, and men think that they escape it, but they don't. It shows up in the fact that they can't have healthy relationships because of the way that they see women. And not all men, but a lot. Because the dirt, now you got to control everything because you know how brothers are. Now you get with your wife don't know nobody that you used to hang out with. They ain't never did nothing. She's pure as the driven snow, but you treating her like she's every other woman, and you cannot escape it. Absolutely, FAMU. It affects the way that you do business. That's why it's equally as important for men to heal and to work through their stuff. Because then they grow up and they get with their wife and they have some serious trust issues and control issues. But most of the reason why they have those issues is because of the stuff that they've done. I'm just keeping it real. Because people think, oh, men, they could just do whatever they want to do. No, you think there's no repercussions and ramifications behind you doing the stuff that you did? I hear you. I hear you. And you think for ladies that there's no repercussions or ramifications for what you did? I hear you. Thank you, Dr. Yolanda. And now you're kind of, you see things through these crazy lenses. And there's no peace with it until you heal. There's no peace with it until you deal with who you are. Yes, self-examination is a must, but most don't like that part. No, who wants to sit there and have to go through all of the tomfoolery you done? Thank you, Dr. Yolanda. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you for the daily heart, me, baby. But you see what I'm saying? And then it gets crazy because nobody wants to do the messy work. Like, no, I'm good. Because if I have to look at myself and the things that I've done, I'm going to break down and I'm going to cry. If I have to look at the things that I have done in my life, it's going to break me open. Because it requires you to change. We got to stop messing with our own heads and our own hearts. Don't ever think that you will be unscathed. And I'm not telling you that God is getting you back or, blah, 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 blah. I'm not even saying that. It's your own conscience. It is your own conscience. It is your own self-awareness. It is the places that you try to bury so deep inside of you. And at one point, everybody thought, oh, men, let them sow their oats, and that's what men do, and all of that. But they don't understand how that affects them mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Let's be consciously aware now. Because we cannot afford to stay in this place anymore. Dissecting your heart is difficult, but if you want to heal and know your true self, it has to happen. Absolutely. Because all I want to do is win, and all I want to see y'all do is win. So if that's what we're going to do, if we want to win in our lives, if we want success, y'all drop some red hearts in the chat. Thank you, Ladybug. Thank you, Voice Unleashed. Thank you, Cher. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Sultry Donna. Thank you, FAMU. I'm just going to do a little goal. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. Where's that pumpkin pie? Let's do the pumpkin latte again. There you go. We're doing the pumpkin latte. The pumpkin latte. Right? People have to understand how all of this affects, I'm back, y'all, how all of this affects you. And I get it. That's why we can't keep casting our pearls before swine. And that's for men and women. If you want to win in your life, if you want your life to render differently, there are quite a few things that you are going to have to change, and you can't keep pretending like you do not know. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you. You understand? You can't keep pretending that you don't know. You can't. And I really mean that. You have to own your stuff. You have to take responsibility for what has happened, not what the other person did to you. Because that happened, that was real. I get it. I understand the feelings around it and all of that. What's important is they don't ever have the opportunity to do that to you again. Or you never keep the door open to people who are not worthy of what you have to offer. Because while they cool and all of that, right? Because people are cool. You're not even going to talk to somebody that you don't think is cool. You're not going to talk to somebody that you don't like. These are the people who infiltrate the camp. It's the people that you like. The people who are not on your level don't ever have an opportunity, really, to be honest with you, to even be in your life. Like, period. Right? Thank you for the title gift on the roses. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Essence. I see you, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are so amazing. Y'all are so amazing. But y'all get what I'm saying? So we have to stop pretending and playing games. And I'm just being honest. Hey, Logan, I see you. How are you? Y'all welcome Logan back into the room. I think this is Logan's second time in the room. It's good to see you. It's very good to see you. But the reason why this is so important is because you think that the stuff, don't affect you and how you show up and how you render. I promise you it does. Thank you, fam. You for the go. I love that. I'm doing a lot better since last time. Good. I'm glad to hear that, baby. I'm very glad to hear that. I'm glad you decided to come back and hang out with us. Yes. Y'all love on Logan. Yes, yes, yes. But the reality of the situation is we want to get better. We don't want to stay stuck. We don't want to keep battling our head and our heart over people who are not worthy of you. And people who don't have the capacity to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. People who don't respect you or honor you. And the responsibility is not on them to guard your heart. The responsibility is on you to guard your heart. Thank you, Essence, for the dolphin. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Yeah. The onus is on you, not on them. So here's a question I have for y'all tonight. I want to just do a rundown real quick before I do this. The heart craves what's familiar. Be clear about that. When you start overly doing a lot for somebody, understand that a lot of times it's not because they super dope, it's because they're familiar to you. They can be like your father. They can have traits like your mother. There can be something that is seriously locking you in mentally and emotionally with them because it's something familiar about their spirit, their character, or whatever. But that doesn't mean that that's good, right? Feelings are real, but they're not always reliable. Sometimes we hang our hats on our feelings and we lose every single time because your feelings are not going to keep you in a relationship that is stable and in alignment with you. I overstand the matching energy, but can I tell you something? I don't even got time to match your energy. If your energy is not in alignment, I'm like, oh, okay, I see you. And I move accordingly. And usually that is out of the way. I do not have time to match energy. I don't. I'm just going to leave you alone. Because our time is too valuable and too precious. And a lot of times, people get so caught up. They do. Well, I'm going to prove to them that I'm worthy. They don't say those words, but their behavior is indicative of those words. And that's the truth. Like, so now you're going to do battle with them, and now you need to talk about everything. And no, they already told you who they were. Stop acting like you don't know. Because we need some clarity around what's important to us, what we need and what we want for our lives. More importantly, we need clarity around who we are, how we show up, and all of that. Hey, Renee, thank you for the follow, baby. I see you. Thank you. Y'all welcome Renee into the room. Welcome Renee into the room. Yes. You need clarity. It doesn't work any other way, baby. You have no clarity. Any and everybody can come walking in your door. Any and everybody could do whatever they want because you don't have a standard if you don't have any clarity. What do you want? Ask this question almost every night. What does your life look like? Where do you see yourself in 2, 3, 5 years? What does your relationship look like? The ultimate relationship, the relationship that you know you definitely want. Don't write about what you don't want. Write about what you do want. You want to change your life, it's going to require you to do that. Wisdom plus your heart equals aligned love. That's what it equates to. When you use wisdom along with your heart it equals aligned love. You're not just flying by the seat of your pants. This is too serious a decision to make, to be in a relationship with somebody. It's a big decision for me to make, to give somebody my phone number. For real. Listen, I just wanted to tell you, a lot of people don't know what they want, so they end up in situationships that turn into life lessons. Right. Absolutely, FAMU. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. FAMU, Wednesday. What's Wednesday looking like for you? I want to set something up for Wednesday. I can't do it tomorrow, but Wednesday is really, really good. I think I have an opening because I just want to take some time, and me and you just kick it when you have time. So Wednesday, check your schedule, your calendar, whatever, and see what free time you have available, and let's catch up on the phone. We could either do that. Yeah, let's do the phone. Let's not do a whole Zoom, because that requires me to be at my desk or something, and I'd be moving and shaking. But I teach Bible study from 7 to 8, otherwise free. Okay, by that time, I'll be ready to get on here sometime after you get out of work and before I go live. So, right. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's good. Sometime in the afternoon would be good. But, I see you teach Bible study. Let's go, let's go. Sister Girl is teaching the good Bible. The Bible. Yes. So I wanted to tell y'all about my Unlocking Your Love community. My Unlocking Your Love community is where I help you to birth the life that you really want. It's hard work. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy. And in fact, it's not for everyone, because everybody is not in the place where they're ready to lean into that body of work. And you need to be ready to be a part of this community. I ask you to do assignments and homework, not for me, for you. Because I want you to win. I want to see you getting to where it is that you truly, truly want to be. And it requires you to begin the work. So I ask you hard questions. But also, I sit with you to help you work through them. Karina, how are you? I haven't seen you in forever. How are you, baby? Oh my God, everybody is coming into the room tonight. I really miss Karina. Karina, oh my God, I know you working, my love, so you can't always be on. But I miss seeing you, sis. I really do. But yeah. Yes. Yes, I miss you. I miss you, sis. So yeah. Yeah. The idea is that the community is for those who really want to change their lives. That's it. I help men and women heal, but it requires that you do a level of work that you've never done. And it can be messy, and it can be sometimes painful. But I'm asking you to sit with yourself and do the body of work that's going to change your life. So if anybody is interested, you can go to the link in my bio. It's the Linktree link. And then if you click on that, you can go to digital products. And digital products will take you to my stand store. Yes. So y'all, I know that it is Monday. It is the beginning of the week on TikTok. But I am literally exhausted. And unless somebody has a question for me and we can really keep it flowing, I'm about to tap out. Does anybody have anything that they would like to ask? And if not, I will see you tomorrow at 8:30. I'll make sure that I'm on this line at 8:30 so I can spend more time with y'all. Oh, Sultry Nana is coming back through the invite. That's awesome. Is there anybody else who has anything else? You tapped out, Dr. Yolanda? See, you tapped out? Thank you, Favor Minded. Thank you, FAMU. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Yes. Anybody have any questions? Anything y'all want to ask? Okay, Dr. Yolanda, you wanted to come up? Hey, Dr. Yolanda. She is jumping on.
Jones.
Hey, baby,
I
I
said, what's
brought up
going
his
on, Kim Love
pass.
Jones? Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just reading this. I brought up his past. I know it was wrong. He's distant and mad. We were doing so well. Advice. That's hard. That's hard. Because now you have to rebuild the trust. And I don't know how you can do that except but to apologize and explain how you were in your feelings or whatever. Because I don't know what made you do that. I really don't know what made you do that, but I get it. And sometimes all you can do is apologize profusely and hope that they will forgive you. But trust is a very difficult thing to build back up once you destroy it. Because if anybody brings up my past, I'm like, uh, you know, FAMU, yes. Leave the past in the past. Think about why you brought up the past. Right. Right. Yes. Dr. Yolanda, I like your chair formula. I love that character, honor, accountability, intention, and respect. You better go, Dr. Yolanda. You better get it, sis. I see you.
Yeah, I'm tapped out. I think we had a long weekend from the prayer call to my live, back to my live, to the prayer call this morning, to my live. I'm tapped out.
Yeah, me too. It's a wrap. It's over.
Yeah, make sure you get some
It's
rest.
over.
Make sure you take your phone back off for do not disturb. That's what I wanted to
Yes, okay. Okay, yes.
so they
You've
don't
taken
do.
full accountability. Yeah. No, I hear you, Dr. Yolanda. I'm just, yeah. Thank you, FAMU, for telling her that because that's the truth. Like, it's hard to trust people. It really is. Dr. Yolanda, I don't know if you heard, but now they want you to be on screen with some movement. Because I don't know, apparently people were sleeping in their lives or something.
Yeah, that's when you or like if I was hosting a live.
Hey, Rob.
I said it's like if I was hosting a live. I'm just a guest on your live, so I don't have to.
Oh, so you good. Okay. I love that. I love your cheer formula. Hey, Kay Delarise. I see you, baby. I see you, sweetheart, coming up in the room.
But yeah, I heard a lot of
Yes.
people got violations for not being on live, sleeping on live.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
Oh yeah,
Listen, y'all. Okay, so I'm about to jump off. I'll take my phone off of Do Not Disturb so I won't oversleep the prayer call tomorrow. Oh, Keisha, how are you? Hello, you. You're such a blessing for all you do within nurturing. Keep growing and shining. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you so much. I'm about to jump off. Dr. Yolanda wanted to come up. Is that what you wanted to tell me, Dr. Yolanda?
yeah. I had to tell you that because you know. You have your phone on Do Not Disturb. I won't be able to call you to tell you something.
Right. To say get up and get on the prayer call. Thank you, Kay Della Reese. I see you, baby. I see you. Listen, thank you, Dr. Yolanda. Thank you, everybody. Listen, I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 8:30. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful evening. Thank you for everybody who dropped gifts. Thank you for everybody who gave the daily heart me. Thank you for everybody who tapped the screen. Thank you for everybody who shared out the live. I literally have a wonderful subject for y'all tomorrow, and I'm excited about it. Actually, let me tell y'all what it is now in advance, because I did it today. You can't fix what you keep pretending isn't broken. Now, I won't be able to put that all in the caption, but we're talking about being honest with ourselves tomorrow. Listen, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful and amazing evening, and I hope God continues to bless y'all. I am praying for all of y'all as I go to bed tonight, asking God to give you whatever it is that you stand in need of. I don't know what that is, but God does. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have an awesome and amazing evening, and be blessed.